Hey YouTube, Estacado 5000 here. What's up? Here's a retro deck profile, Infernities. And I got this cool Infernity playmat from the World Championship Qualifier 2010. Really hard to find playmat. So here we go with the deck profile. We got free Infernity Archfiend. What this card does is basically when you draw this card and this is the only card in your hand, when you have no card in your hand when you draw this card, you can reveal this card and special summon it. And when this is special summoned, you can add one Infernity card from your deck to your hand if you have no cards in your hand. So basically what this does is, if you top deck this, when you have no other cards in your hand, you not only get to have a free special summon, you can also add another Infernity card from your deck to your hand, like Necromancer, Mirage, or Launcher, or Barrier. There's a lot of options how you can use this card and its ability. It's pretty awesome. It's one of the best cards in the build. Then you got the Monster Reborn of the deck, Infernity Necromancer. So basically, when this is summoned, it goes automatically into defense mode. And then when you have no cards in your hand, once per turn, you can special summon one Infernity monster from your graveyard to the field. So it's a really good card. There's a lot of combos you can pull off. You can bring back Infernity Beetle and Infernity Archfiend. Or Infernity Avenger. Infernity Mirage, unfortunately, cannot be special summoned from the graveyard. So, but all the other Infernity monsters you can use. So it's pretty cool. Then you got the free Infernity Beetle. What this does is, when you have no cards in your hand, you contribute one of these guys, special summon two more. So it's a really good, effective ability. And it's a tuner. It's the tuner of the build, along with Avenger. So basically, you can go into like a level 5 Synchro Monster or a level 8, depends on what you have on the field already. Or you can use this with a Dark Grepher or Infernity Archfiend to go into like a Breernack or Goyo Guardian. Obviously, so it's a pretty good monster. It's pretty good. Then you got the two Infernity Mirage. So basically what this does is, this cannot be special summoned from the graveyard, but it can be special summoned from the deck via 1-for-1, so that's a good thing. And its effect is, when you have no cards in your hand, you contribute this card, special summon up to two Infernity monsters so in your graveyard. So basically, this is another Monster Reborn. You tribute it when you have no card in your hand, special summon two Infernity monsters. So you can basically bring back Necromancer and Archfiend, basically. Or Infernity Beetle or Archfiend. There's a lot of options you can pull off of this card. Then you got one Infernity Avenger. When one of your monsters you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you could special summon this from your graveyard when you have no cards in your hand, and this monster's level becomes equal to increase. Actually, let me see. Hold on. Yeah, this monster's level becomes the level of the monster destroyed in battle. So basically, if you're, like, for example, like if Magical Android or your Breernack or Goyo Guardian is destroyed, you special summon this when you have no card in your hand, this becomes a level 6 tuner, so it's pretty cool. Then last but not least, you got two Dark Grephers. So basically, it's good to use to dump your resources. It's like a Foolish Burial. You discard one dark monster from your hand, send one dark type attribute monster from your deck to the graveyard. So this actually helps you speed up the process to get your handless combo effect working quickly, like with Launcher and all that. So this is a really good card. Along with Breernack, it's pretty effective. Now for the spell cards, you got free Infernity Launcher. So basically, when this is on the field, once per turn, you can send one Infernity monster from your hand to the graveyard. And when you have no cards in your hand, you could send this card to the graveyard, special summon two Infernity monsters from your graveyard to the field. So this is really effective, because this card was so powerful when it first came out that in September, this card was immediately put at 1 for a reason. And it still remains at 1 to this very day. It will never go back to free, because this card is so dangerous back in the day. Because this card, like I said, when the new Infernity support came out from Shine and Darkness, a lot of people didn't really realize at the time how effective this archetype would really be. You know, and once it got so dominant that on the first ban list in September 2010, Konami decided to put this at 1. But even at 1, it was still effective. But it wasn't that dominant as it was, obviously. But it's still a pretty good card. Then you got two Book of Moon, Heavy Storm, Mystical Space Typhoon, Giant Trunade. These three are the spell and trap card removals. You got one Foolish Burial. This is really good. You want to send Infernity Avenger or Necromancer to the graveyard. This is the best way to do it, in case you don't have Dark Grepher. 1-for-1. Like, if you, like, had this and another card, another monster in your hand, like Avenger or something like that, you could just use this, get Mirage, and then, you know, if you had a Necromancer or an Archfiend already in the grave, there you go. You can start your combo pretty quickly. Then you got Reinforcements in the army to add your Dark Refer. Now for the traps, you got free Infernity Barrier, one of the main cards in the build. When your opponent's spell or trap or monster effect activates when you have an Infernity monster in attack mode and no cards in your hand, you can negate that effect and destroy it. So this card, you basically you do the combo just to one of the reasons you do the handless combo is to get these 3 cards out on the field, basically. And once you got these 3 face down on the field and you have a good board set up, your opponent can't really do much of anything. You can just basically use the barriers to stop your opponent from making a comeback. It's really tough because once the handless combo gets going, it was back then, it was really tough to break. It really was. So it's a pretty good card. Very popular because it got so popular, it got barrier went down to 1. But I think it's back at 2 or 3, I think. I'm not entirely sure. But like I said, I think today Infernities would have been pretty good if they got back like Archfiend at 2. But I don't think Infernities will make a comeback today because of the new archetypes out there. So, like, if Infernities were to come back, the best thing to pair the Infernities with would be the Danger archetype and all that. But I don't think it's going to happen. Then you got free Infernity Inferno. This is like another version of Foolish Burial. You discard up to 2 cards from your hand, and you can send the same number of Infernity monsters from your deck to the graveyard equal to the cards you discarded. So basically this is another Foolish Burial and another way to get your handless combo effective. It's really good. And it's a good combo. Like if you have Infernity Arch in your hand, you can discard 2 cards from your hand. Like if you have like 3 cards and you have Archfiend already in your hand after your draw phase, use this, discard 2 cards, then special summon Archfiend, then get the combo going. Or even better, like you have Necromancer in your hand, just discard 2 cards, get Necromancer on the field, special summon the Infernity monsters, get the handless combo going. It's pretty cool. Now for the traps, you got 2 Bombless, 2 Dust Tornado, Torrential Tribute, Solemn Judgment, Catapult, Trap Dust Shoot, and Call the Haunted. So that's the main deck. So here's the extra deck. You got Chimera Tech, Fortress Dragon, Armory Arm, Catastor, Magical Android, Stygian Sergeants, Sea Dragon Lord, whatever this is, I can't really pronounce his name. Then you got Brionac, Goyo, Gaia Knight. Then the level 8s, 2 Stardust, 100 Eyes Dragon, Infernity Doom Dragon, Colossal Fighter, and Mistworm. So that's the build. Hope you all enjoy. More videos coming soon. Comment and subscribe. Later, guys.